Hey there, have you ever kicked off a research project and just immediately felt like you were drowning in information? Well, if that sounds familiar, this one's for you. Today, we're going to break down a really simple but powerful strategy to conquer your research and find exactly what you need, minus all the headache. So, how do we cut through all that noise? Let's dive in. Does this look familiar? It's that feeling, right? You've got your topic, you're all set to learn, but bam, you're hit with this tidal wave of information. It's a super common feeling, and honestly, it can stop a great project dead in its tracks before it even gets going. And it doesn't matter if you're in a massive university library or just staring at a Google search page with millions of results. The sheer volume of stuff out there can be paralyzing. The problem isn't a lack of information, it's finding the right information. In this quote, it just hits the nail on the head. We're not facing a shortage of things to read. Not at all. We're facing a challenge of selection. How on earth do you sort through it all to find the stuff that's actually valuable? Okay, so here's where we flip the script. This is the key shift in mindset. Instead of trying to read everything, which is impossible, or spending hours just aimlessly clicking on links, what if you had a clear plan, a system that could guide you right from chaos to clarity? And that's exactly what a search strategy is. It's not complicated. It's just a simple, actionable game plan that takes the mess of research and turns it into a clean, organized, and way more efficient process. All right, so let's get right to it. Here is the 4-step game plan that's going to totally transform your approach from just searching to actually finding. And here it is, laid out plain and simple. Step 1, decide on your topic. 2, list your keywords and key authors. 3, choose your publication year. And 4, the timed search. It sounds easy, right? But trust me, the magic is all in the details. So step 1 is pretty straightforward. I gotta have a topic. But step 2, this is where you really start to focus your energy. Think of it like programming a GPS for your search. You're telling it exactly where to look. Now here's where it gets really specific and kind of brilliant. The strategy says to prepare a list of exactly 6 relevant keywords. Not 10, not 20, just 6. Why? Because it forces you to be disciplined and really zero in on the most essential terms for your topic. And then, on top of your keywords, you're going to list up to 3 key authors known for their work in that field. Seriously, this is a fantastic shortcut. Searching by an influential author's name can lead you straight to high-quality, super relevant sources. Okay, step 3 adds another critical filter: time. By focusing your search on the most recent materials, you make sure the information you're finding is up to date and reflects the latest thinking in that field. And now for the secret weapon of this whole strategy, the time limit. You give yourself just 30 minutes for the search. This isn't just about going fast, it's about psychology. Having that hard deadline stops you from falling down that endless research rabbit hole. It forces you to be decisive, and it cleanly separates the act of finding your sources from the act of actually reading them. It is a total game changer. And don't think for a second this is just for academic papers. The beauty of this framework is just how versatile it is. You can apply this exact same 4-step process whether you're in a university library database or just doing a regular old internet search. The principles work everywhere. So, what does this all add up to? Well, the payoff is a complete shift in how you look at research. You stop working harder and you start searching smarter. I mean, the difference is just night and day. Without a strategy, research feels overwhelming, frustrating. You waste so much time. But with this 4-step plan, it becomes focused. It becomes efficient, purposeful. You move with this confidence because you have a system you know actually works. You know, at the end of the day, this isn't just a list of steps to follow. It's a method for taking back control. You're no longer just a victim of the search algorithm or an endless list of results. You are in the driver's seat, totally equipped to find better, more relevant info in a fraction of the time. So think of this strategy as your map. That giant sea of information is still out there, but now you've got a direct route to the treasure you're looking for. So the only question left is, what are you going to discover?